As you heard, I am the Dracula Victorious. I am a transgender, asexual, aromantic, ahuman poet and drag artist. And tonight, I'm here to perform for you some of my ramblings. So, it's been a bit hot recently. A bit like me. Well, we've had a bit of a reprieve, haven't we? Been a bit cooler today, which is always nice. Except for the fact that it makes us forget. It makes us forget that the heat is rising. They say it rained last night. Now the dew ascends from grass as evaporation. Stand and watch the last vestiges of salvation. Stand at the edge. See spots of devastation, footprints of hellfire walking among us, cracked, dry earth with grass worn away. Pray they don't grow. Pray more don't come to stay. The heat is rising. They say to block out your windows, perhaps with foil, as if it will realize what it has become if it sees its own reflection. Hide from the devil. Much like Frankenstein with his own son, abandon all hope, draw in the curtains and hide from our own sun. The heat is rising. They say to keep the lights off, pray alone in the dark to keep it at bay, the tendrils of cool from God knows where. Confess your sins. How imperfect are you? The church feeds the demon and complains about our waste. The heat is rising. They say to use water. Ice packs on pressure points, lie supine, lie still. It can't find you. Cover your eyes. Hold a fan like a crucifix as a ward, each degree a separate exorcism. The heat is rising. They say to go out early, as if the uncertainty of where night meets day will protect you, as if black and blue can indeed mix and make orange. Hiding among the cool sunbeams. We've got time. Skip from shallow shadow to shallow shadow. Don't let it catch you. The heat is rising. They say to cover yourself. Cover your arms, your legs, your hair in reverence. Maybe it just won't see you. Trick a god, trick a devil, trick the heat. Eat in the fast a gift from a priest. Claim sanctuary against the laws of nature. Perverted are they by our hand. The heat is rising. They say to use water. Drink it. Replace that which you've lost. It is holy. Anoint yourself. Drink from cupped hands, share salvation with a friend, and ye both shall live again if exhaustion doesn't damn you first. The heat is rising. They say it rained last night. They say it will rain again. They say it will keep the beast at bay. As the sky to dream and be merry among others. Reach out and be touched in return. Secluded in a room. The windows mean nothing. The pouring rain falls, the lights hurt my eyes. Speak to me, you person. The sun remains as the clouds slide away. It shines, magnified through the glass. Did you say something? Bend my retinas. Bend my skin. Crawl from the cocoon and ache regardless. Shatter the glass. The plant reaches out, tendrils yearning for growth. I bet they'd strangle me if they could. Instead, they just caress my hair and lead me by the wrists. One tendril has curled inside the chimney. I light a fire. It does not burn. On the marine grass, the dance begins all around me. I wish I knew the steps. If I don't dance, they shall move on without me. If I don't move, time shall pass without me. Teach me the steps, I plead. But she is too busy. She sets me to twirl. It is pretty. I am pretty. Before it all ends too soon. To be touched. To be set to spin. Then what? Light voices sparkle on my skin. The lampshade is shattered on the floor, on the ground, on the grass. I take a piece and I hold it to the light. It hurts, but I don't mind. The sun, bulb, light, scatters the stain. It hurts, but I don't mind. Do I mind? To stand alone, to be touched, is to be hurt, right? The light shines on the corners of my mind, bright, loud, painful, liberating. My bulb-tongued friends. How polite you are. So, we meet again. How nice. Look at you all, gorging yourselves. Love to see it. Well, I thought this time around I might tell you all a bit more about me. For you see, I may be the Drag Lord Victorious, but to walk among you, I had to take a slightly different form. Voila. So, this poem is called Fobwatch. My body is human, heavy, solid, soft. Light does not burst from my fingertips, nor does a second heart beat in my chest. I do not sense time. Far from it. But that's never been bad. But it's never felt quite right either. Like something should be there, but isn't. And something isn't there, but is. So I have come to the conclusion that I am fob-watched. Poorly, because I'm very aware of it, but fob-watched nonetheless. I probably didn't even read the instructions when I did it. At least I didn't do it so badly the Time Lord consciousness burned the human brain out. Although, with how dysfunctional I am, I'm sure it's fine. An alien consciousness trapped below the surface, masquerading among humans. Often very poorly. Luckily, like I said, you're all quite nice. Maybe that's why I'm here. Maybe I thought you were all so nice, I came down to check it out. And now I'm in a body that doesn't change like it used to, and it doesn't feel quite right. One day I'll open my fob watch, and I'll open it and rejoice. But for now, I shall rejoice as a Time Lord in a human body, feeling far away, and yet so close. Now, I'm not always so positive about my situation. Like I said, I am transgender. With that comes a fair bit of rage. Well, let's find it, shall we? Ah, here it is. Now, this poetry does contain a bit of graphic imagery, the usual stuff about being trans, surgeries, injections, all of that sort of thing. But if it does upset you, do feel free to leave. I'm not going to judge you much. So, this is called Let Me Mutilate Myself. Let me mutilate myself. Mutilate myself the way grapes are crushed and destroyed for wine, the way yeast is murdered for bread. Let me mutilate my body. Marble is carved to become perfection, cut and ground to dust, to dust. Flat. Mutilate stone, mutilate flesh. Cut me. Contaminate me with needles. Infect my body with that which was unintended for me. Chip away at my body and rearrange the pieces to my liking. Scars are... I don't want to say beautiful, but the beauty is in what they represent. Lay me out on the slab and reanimate me. Let the blood run. Let me regenerate. Let me mutilate myself. Cut that hole of those damned organs and just leave me be, because I will be happy. Humans were given the divine rights of creation. This is not mutilation. This is absolution. Let me recreate myself. Let me mutilate myself, if that is what you wish to call it. But let it happen. Let me happen. Let me mutilate myself. With a bit more positivity about the whole thing. See, as part of my day job, I work with a lot of kids. And you know the whole thing about trans people trying to groom kids to being trans? Bleh. But if a kid does ever come to me as trans or any kind of queer, then this is what I'll say to them. This is we all know what step 1 is. We all know what step 1 is. So, step 2, learn who you are. Gender doesn't come into it. Just figure out who you are. It's difficult, I know, but become a person outside of your whole obsession with, Step 3, realize that humans do not look like humans. Sometimes they look like teapots. Realize that every person does actually notice the thing you don't like, and realize that they don't care. Seriously, they don't care. Step 4, seriously, humans do not look like humans. We are all so different from the idea of what a human is, even disregarding photoshopped humans and AI nothings. Humans look like lopsided dogs and monsters and daffodils and pirates and ideas and mountains and teapots, and they look like you. Step 5. Look at yourself in the mirror. I know you hate it, I know, but try. Appreciate the curves and planes of your home of homes, like the scoots on a tortoise. Step 6. Repeat. Learn who you are, learn what you are, try to love it. And we don't have to love it all. I hate so much of me, but I know who I am. I love my body like clay, molding it every day.